Right, so those of you who have been on some, let's start by saying hi. I'm in chatty mode because I've just finished recording a 5D chatting thing like I did before, which will come out tomorrow. This one will come out today, which is the 7th of March. What is it with my hands? So let's start again, shall we? Hi, this is an update video to show you the products I've been working on recently. So those of you who are on various YouTube groups who already have met Mr. Fox, or my Instagram or Twitter. Mr. Fox, again, is a jointed one. His head goes round, turn around, but yeah, see? His tail isn't jointed. I had planned on doing his tail jointed, but because of the sizing, I actually need a smaller joint, and I don't have any smaller joints at the moment, so his tail isn't, but it's on there anyway, and they can play with it and move it around because of the way it's sewn on, so they can still have fun with it anyway. But yeah, so here's Mr. Fox. As you can see, he's slightly smaller than the panda bear. He's not much smaller, I'd say, but he is definitely smaller. But he's cute. His ears are straight, I promise. I don't know what angle I'm doing here, but they are straight. See, if you put his head straight, they are straight, I promise. But yeah, so there's the fox, and he's cute. So this is done with the Stylecraft Chunky again, and this time round he's knit on 4.5, so that's why he's slightly smaller than the panda. I did him smaller, so that the joints were a better fit, and this time round they are a much better fit. I mean, he's still got a slight wobble in his head, but that's normal. You don't want it not being any movement, you know. He's supposed to be able to move and shake his head and things, but his arms are much better fit, and his legs are a much better fit this time. I managed to push the joints on a little too tight, so they are slightly stiffer than last time, this one being slightly more stiffer than this one. But I don't think anyone's going to notice or care, you know, he still moves well enough. See, this one, when you move it up, it tends to stay a little easier than that one. That one slops down a little until you get it in the right angle. But that's the only difference, it's fine. But he's done. His ears obviously aren't jointed, they're just sewn on. And they've done these really cool little eyes. I don't know if it'll focus, let's see. There, you can see that. What I did was on two sides to make it a circle. I think it's a cross stitch technique. I remember learning it years ago, and I'm pretty sure it was cross stitch, where you wrap the thread, or in this case yarn, around the needle close to the thing, and then poke it through your fabric, and it creates a little rings lump on top. I think it may have been called the French knot in cross stitch, but I'm not 100% sure. But I did one on one side, one on the other, and then sewed them down, and they created lovely little button eyes. It was an experiment, and it seemed to work, and I quite like it, so if it will focus, I don't know. You can see, I think it worked quite well. Because obviously I don't use safety eyes. I know safety eyes are safe, but in a knit fabric or a crocheted fabric, there is a greater risk of them coming out. And so due to CE testing, I prefer to do sewn on eyes. Because though they might not come undone, the joint might hold, over years, you know, things get looser and things get less stuffed and things, and the hold might just get big enough. It wouldn't need much for it to get just a little more loose for those eyes to pop out. So I won't risk it. I know plenty of people do it, it's probably perfectly safe, but I'm just super paranoid. So he's done anyway. So Mr. Fox is done, and I'm really glad I did the fox. I don't know what it is, I just really wanted to do a fox, and I done him, and he's cute. And my son is behind the camera going, gimme, 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 because he's in love with Mr. Fox. So you may have him for the minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to be doing a rabbit next, a bunny. because Easter's coming up and I should actually do some toys and maybe that are seasonal, you know, as I've missed Christmas and I missed Valentine's Day because I was completely and utterly unorganised because I felt like rubbish. So I'm going to try to get ahead a little. Not that we've got much time, Easter's not that far away, is it? So those of you who watched my last video will know that I've been doing the Jessica Shaw crochet along. I haven't got much done because it's actually my carry along project, so I took it with me to the hospital for my CAT scan. And I didn't end up waiting very long. Really efficient in there, barely in there any time. So, but it is starting to take shape. As you see, it's really starting to take on that circular half moony shape now. So it's getting there. It's still pretty small, but it is getting there, and I will actually do more on it pretty soon. I was just working on that fox so much that I didn't get much else done. That, and I've been working on the Rings of Change blanket again, because it's sorry. Ooh, a little too much elderflower, baby.
Sorry.
It's okay. Sorry, I had elderflower cordial to my bottles of water. Makes drinking water not so thing. I drink a lot of water plain, it doesn't bother me, but you know, a little extra something sometimes is really nice. Yeah, so it's just an obsession. I really love my blanket and I want to do it all the time. So when I finished the fox, I did more of this. So, the last time we spoke, I was just doing this line of yellow here. If you remember, I hadn't even finished it all. I'd only done a few things. Well, I finished that. I've done another 2 rows and I'm really far through a 3rd row. So, what we've got done is after I did these ones, we did a blue row and these are half double crochets, I think it was, around, in sets of 2. See, and then there was V-stitch around for all the yellow. So that's that one. And then this one here, we're doing 60 double crochets. This is US terms. 60 double crochets after single crochets and double crochets here, which went in, as you can see. But over on these bits, it's single crochets. So what it's doing is bringing this height up a little bit more to this one. It's not matching it, but it's bringing it up, as you can see. So, like these two are done. It's folding over. Sorry, how am I going to show you when it folds over? So, it's getting there. That's turn it back. So, yeah, so we're getting there. Ugh, my arms don't go high enough. Okay. So, yeah. I'm on row, I think it's 64 of the 111. So, it's coming along really nicely and I'm still really enjoying it. I'm actually on my 4th ball of this colour now, I think. Well, I'm still on my 1st colour of every other colour. But, it's over there. Can't reach it. But anyway, some of the other balls are getting smaller now, so I will be going on to 2nd balls soon. Just not quite yet. But it is coming along really nicely. I showed you the back side of it, didn't I? There's the crocodile stitch. Because I keep showing you the back. That's the way you crochet with the crocodile stitch facing you, which is why you see the back more often. I should really turn it around and show you it that way, shouldn't I really? So you can see the crocodile stitch, so you can see how it looks between them. So, there we go. So it's coming along lovely, and I mean it's getting quite huge now. It's now at the point that I definitely can't take it as a project out with me because it doesn't fit in the bag, and it's a reasonable sized bag. It's and then when shopping shoe, you get the little canvas. I say little, the canvas bags to put your shoes in, the shoe boxes. So you know it's a reasonable size. This is no longer fitting in there with all of the yarn that I have to take with me. So it's now definitely a at-home only project. But I'm not complaining because it means that I've got an excuse to work on this while taking smaller projects with me. But I really should work more on that just for sure because the finished edging came out a few days ago, didn't it? I say a few days ago, we're on the 7th. Came out 6 days ago, I think now, didn't it? It cost almost a week. I really should do some more on that. Apparently, sitting and chatting to you lot's hard work. My heart rate's 101 and I feel kind of out of breath. Oh well. I did say it all in my 5D painting just now, but I've had me CT scan and I've had one of my doctor's appointments. I've had more blood tests. And I have my gastro doctor's appointment, the specialist, for my CT scan results on the 19th of this month, so I've got to wait and see how it goes and what they're going to do, but it has been confirmed that my cyst is a mesenteric or something. It's the rare type that's attached, well, it's kind of within the fatty layer of my abdomen, well, against the wall of that, rather than being a kidney or an ovarian cyst. It's the rare type, because that's apparently what I want to do, go with the rare type illnesses. I also have a few other cysts, but they're small ones, not to worry about, whereas this one's quite a large one. So yeah, those ones will probably be left to deal with on their own. I only know this because I've looked it up on my medical records, because I now have access to my medical records, which means I can check the results, because I haven't had any kind of communication from my doctor. I have to make an appointment to see it, and it says so on my medical records, but nobody's rung me to tell me I need to make an appointment. How good's that? So the last time I went to my doctor, she was as useless as ever. I still don't get a referral to a neurologist. Instead, my options are to up my current painkillers by pregabalin I'm on is for my fibre and my pain, but as a lucky side effect, they're helping with my migraines. So she's up to them, because my other option was to go back on the Tamiapate, which didn't work, to continue having nothing, which is basically what I'm still having, is nothing, because I'm already on the painkiller ones. It's just a happy side effect that we're going to see if we can improve. Or she will put me on some kind of blocker. It might have been a beta blocker, I can't remember. But that would likely make my asthma worse. But they still wanted to put me on it, and I'm like, no, we would not make my asthma worse, because I have cushions. And I have cushions because of my asthma. If my asthma gets worse, I'll have to take my asthma pump more, and that will make me sicker. Where's the logic? I mean, I'm overdosing on steroids daily because of my asthma pump, and then they want to make my asthma worse and give me more? No. So I said no, I'm not taking that painkiller. I'd rather the migraines than worse asthma and making my cushions worse. You know, there is a danger to overloading on steroids. Everybody knows this, and yet apparently my doctors are fine to do it. They've still not gave me any kind of solution for my cushions. Just leave as it is. And then we had the more added fun. I've got my tablet forms of the extra cortisone, whatever tablet thing it is. It's to do with my cortisol anyway. I've got the tablets to take if I get sick, because I have to take more of them, because my body won't produce the correct response to the stress and strains on the body when I get sick. So when I get sick, I've got the tablet form. But if I get sick to the point that I'm vomiting and diarrhea, I have to take an injection instead, because obviously I'm not going to keep the tablets down. We had a disagreement over who gives the injection. At the hospital they told me that I should give it and she should show me how, and then call medical assistance, because you shouldn't delay. She says no, call medical assistance, as in i.e. a doctor, and they can come to you, which could be hours, and they can administer it for you. But she gave me some syringes just in case the doctor that I call doesn't have them, which is unlikely. Apparently doctors always carry them with them, but she gave me some just in case. But I'm not to administer myself. I have to wait maybe hours, if at all, for my doctor to turn up, because let's face it, doctors don't come out on house calls very much anymore. that's if we can get through on my phone. Doctors don't often answer their phones, and the receptionists don't in my surgery. But the injection part, the actual liquid I need, the ampule for medicine, can't get it. Nowhere has it. There's a nationwide shortage of this medicine that nobody told me, and nobody thought, well, if there's none of that, maybe we should prescribe a different thing, because apparently there is a different thing. After a bit of Googling, my husband found another substitute that could work. They've not even offered it. So right now, if I got into a car accident, got extremely ill, got flu, pneumonia, vomiting, diarrhea, gastro bug things, whatever you call them. I've got any of those things. I don't have any medicine to take. And I could get very, very ill. Now the chances of that happening, pretty bloody slim. I don't get the flu. I don't get really bad tummy bugs. I've had the odd minor one, but nothing really bad. I'm considering how unhealthy I am, I'm actually reasonably healthy, if that makes any sense. But they're supposed to be there for an emergency. I mean, if we travel down to visit my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and my niece, I have to take this medicine with me. For one, if I get sick down there, but more importantly, if I'm involved in an accident en route, I have it with me while we wait for emergency service to arrive. It can be injected. No, I don't have it, so I don't know what to do. Let's just have to wait and see and hope it gets better soon. But most of the pharmacists we've spoke to, is like they've got no date of when it can come. It could be late 2018. We're in the beginning of 2018, so it could be months and months and months before I get this medicine that I should really have. Now, I don't need to take it until I get extremely sick, and I may never get extremely sick. But you need it just in case, you know? So, oh well. Let's just hope I don't get sick, yeah? So, still no job in Devon. Husband's not found one yet. I told him he's not been wide enough scope. He stopped being so picky. I want to move to Devon. Most of the snow has gone, if not all of it now, around here, so it cleaned up rather well. There is a box on my camera and it's bugging the hell out of me. I'm just going to see if I can move it out of the way. There we go. It might mean the focus is off to my side a little, but it moves the box because it's doing my head. Does one of my eyes look bigger than the other today? A bit droopy. On the camera here, this one looks really big and round, and this one looks half thing. It must be just the angle or the lighting or something, I don't know. Weird. Either that or I'm about to get a hemiplegic attack. Hey, great, you'll see it on camera. It's not a pretty sight. There's drooling and drooping and it's not pretty. But at least you get what I mean. But yeah, there's not much to report. No moving because there's no job. We still haven't sorted out a car to get my wheelchair in and out of, because we've got that conundrum that we need to sell our car in order to buy a new car, because that's the only way we're going to get any money. But if we sell our car and we can't buy a new car on the same day, my husband can't get to the train station to go to work because his bike is currently in several pieces in the garage. It needs to be rebuilt, but it needs to be fixed before we can rebuild it. So I'm not sure what we're going to do. I mean, at the moment we're coping by just taking the wheelchair apart and then lifting it into the boot. But my husband has bad knees and bad back, and he can't keep doing that. It's not good for him. So we do need to come up with a solution. But I don't know what. But, oh well. Right, that's the battery blinking. Not a surprise after filming the 5D painting. And also the camera blinking saying your time's almost up. And as I lost part of the footage but I didn't notice the camera turn itself off because of going over time, I won't do that this time. So yeah, check out hopefully tomorrow the 5D chat along will be. Some of the topics I covered in this will be in that, so you'll just get told the same thing again, sorry. But I know not everyone watches the 5D stuff, so I thought I'd include it on this. I am going to sit and do more on this. I really should start that bunny, but I kind of want to do at least a row on this before I do the bunny. And then maybe do some of the Jessica Shaw. And then I will, I don't know, I might record the day after. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. See if I've got much done to show you. So until then, take care.